This is a different type of video, the ultimate GTA 5 Iceberg. As a mystery hunter myself, I was always fascinated by GTA 5, especially GTA 5 with how many Easter eggs and mysteries there are. And I found this Iceberg online that I will link in the description that I want to take you guys through, look at all the tiny Easter eggs and mysteries involving GTA 5. You might think this is a lot, but there are even more that are not on this Iceberg list. This video took 15 hours of research. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get started with number 1. The Authorist Cult. Now this is a cult based off of real life cult in California. This cult in the game has a hippie camp right next to Mount Chiliad, where you can find them walk around naked, and you can do missions with Trevor to help them out by delivering NPCs you pick up. Now this cult believes that aliens exist, that humans are responsible for every bad thing that has ever happened on Earth. And they really only seem to like Trevor. If Franklin or Michael goes into that camp, they will start shooting at our characters except Trevor. After Trevor delivers 4 NPCs to the camp, they then take Trevor into the camp, and then we must fight our way out of them, killing all of the cult members, therefore bringing the end to them. But they do have events in GTA Online as well. The Alien War. Now this was back in May 2020, back at the peak of the C word guys, can't say that here on YouTube anymore. Where people of the community, this was massive, this got in mainstream news, people of the GTA Online community took sides, either purple alien or green aliens using these bodysuits Rockstar added into GTA Online. And an all-out war happened in these lobbies with everyone dressed up as purple or green aliens fighting each other. You just had to be around for this moment, and surprisingly, a lot of people weren't around because the contract was the most successful DLC of all time, bringing back a lot of new players, so a lot of players might have missed out on this. So just something fun to see what the community does, doing simple stuff like this. Colored headlights. This must be referring to back in the OG GTA Online days where you could not get colored headlights on your vehicles. That was only added on next-gen consoles, at that time being Xbox One and PS4 and PC. So there was one vehicle that did have colored headlights in story mode, which was the Space Stalker. The Space Stalker had green headlights. Of course, being a rare vehicle, you could only unlock by getting all 100 UFO parts. Snowfall. Snowfall is returning to the events during Christmas where snow falls in Los Santos. This does not happen in real life, only GTA 5 for the Christmas events, and we love to see it. It first happened in 2014, and it has happened every year since. Will we see this in GTA 6 with Miami Vice City? Let me know in the comments, because that would be really interesting. They have to, right? They have to. It's just 1 week during Christmas. They have to make it snow. The Railgun. The Railgun was added in the next-gen update of Xbox One and PS4 for returning players only from the PS3 and Xbox 360 in story mode. This can be bought after the mission Minor Turbulence for $250,000. And this has an explosive laser as a weapon. You can now buy these in GTA Online, including the Widowmaker and the Up and Atomizer, some other alien guns. Going back to the topic of Alien Wars, they did add these weapons soon before and after. Secret vehicles refers to all the little secret vehicles you can find around the map, including the tractor, the upgraded Sand King, the Space Stalker, a submarine in story mode, P996 laser before you could buy it in GTA Online, Park Ranger SUV, again before you could buy it in GTA Online, unmarked police cruiser before you could buy it in GTA Online, the Z-Type, the adder that you could find on the street in story mode for free. That was a big thing back in GTA 5 YouTube days. The FIB Buffalo, FIB SUV, Super Enos Diamond, and some more little upgraded vehicles you can find around the map in GTA Online. Stone Hatchet refers to a stone hatchet that was added in 2017 GTA Online to celebrate the official launch of the Red Dead Redemption 2 marketing promotion. This had your player going to 3 secret spots to uncover clues for getting a stone hatchet. And once you do get the stone hatchet, you have to go around hitting a bunch of NPCs with it to get an extra bonus payout and unlock the hatchet in Red Dead Redemption 2 when it releases. Car graves refers to all the car graves underwater in GTA 5. You can find massive piles of rusted vehicles and broken down vehicles underwater, as well as some on land. BCRCH, this is for Blaine County Radio Community Hour, and during this program, conspiracy theorist shows hosted by Ron is played. Most of these are about normal theorist stuff like aliens and government conspiracies, and of course cults going around. But he also has some about UFOs. And UFOs do become true after completing the game 100%. You could see UFOs above Mount Chiliad and other locations in the map. Now we go one level deeper, under the tip. Under the tip, first we have Blue Hell. This refers to the little bugs, or sometimes intentional bugs, that you could get under the map and everything will turn blue. This is because once you are under all the city buildings, the textures above do not load. So everything else turns blue. The Bermuda Triangle. Now this could be referring to two things. First, there's a Paleo Bay Triangle, which was a lot of clickbait YouTube videos back in the day. Or second, the OG one is the Tong Valley Triangle, which is a triangle that revolves 3 points where a lot of mysterious stuff happens. So you have the swamp in it, you have Fort Zancudo where it crosses just over the line where the UFO shows up above Fort Zancudo. So that's pretty weird. It also crosses over the observatory where it's just a creepy location in general. There are a lot of connections between the observatory and aliens and Illuminati mysteries in the game. And there are some, of course, other little myths around here like Wolfman. And sometimes you can hear a random plane crashing in this area. And there is a secret cave you can find in this triangle too. So a lot of weird stuff goes on in this triangle. And it ends at the very top of Mount Joia. North Yankton. North Yankton is the first place you start off GTA 5 in the prologue. And it is the only city that has snow all year long. In North Yankton, it is Christmas time, as revealed by the Christmas decorations inside the bank in the prologue. And you could actually get back here after story mode. You return here one more time for the mission, where there is some cemeteries and more areas you could explore. But other than that, there's not much else. If you go even a bit farther than you're supposed to, you will still find some little textures, but you will eventually fall through the map. But the fake textures that don't have any physical elements to them, they go on for a pretty long time. There were also methods to get to your North Yankton in GTA Online back in the day. But yeah, North Yankton, one of the most special places to me in all of the GTA series. We've been wanting a GTA Online DLC for North Yankton for a long while now. The Infinity Killer. This is based off of the Infinite 8 Killer in real life, California of course. In GTA 5, at the North Islands of Mount Chiliad and Paleo Bay, underwater, you can find 8 dead bodies. These 8 bodies are implied to have been killed by the man named Merrill Abrams. And his shack is on the island in Sandy Shores, where it has messages like 8 is the infinity stood up, and there will be 8, implying there will be 8 bodies to find. There is also a rhyme included with this. 1 is done, 2 was fun, 3 tried to run, 4 called mom, 5 is not alive, 6 is Nix, 7's in heaven, 8 won't wait. That's so clever from Rockstar right there. And if you do research this further, he was caught. In the Boiling Brook prison, there is also a message implied to have been written by him that reads, "Where water meets land and fire once swept forth, there the Infinite 8 shall stay until I return." Epsilon Program. Now the Epsilon Program, one of the biggest on this list. This is the in-game cult that you could complete missions with as Michael. Michael can go online to the epsilonprogram.com and fill out a little test for him to sign up, and then he will have to go to a location on the map at Rattan Canyon, and then he gets kidnapped by the Epsilon Program. And then he has to start donating to this cult and complete a series of missions. Seeking the truth, accepting the truth, assuming the truth, chasing the truth, bearing the truth, delivering the truth, exercising the truth, and unknowing the truth. And then once you complete all these missions, Michael will be contacted by Marine Allen, who tells him that he needs to find these 10 Epsilon tracks. And then he will write the 9th paragraph of the Epsilon cult. And then after completing all of these, you will finally be able to read the 9th paragraph on this website from year 157. And then you end up taking all of them out in the last mission for them. But yeah, this is a cult that believes aliens exist. Their leader is Christopher Maj. He's a big part of the storyline too. And their headquarters is actually right next to Michael's house. So it feels like this is almost kind of set up to be a Michael mission. Like they know who Michael is and they want to try to set him up. And Michael does fall for it, but at the end he takes all of them out. And yeah, very trippy series of missions for the Epsilon cult. LJT is Lester is referred to GTA Online, where you meet the character LJT in the Biker DLC. Now, LJT is actually using voice disguiser, so it's kind of hard to tell, but actually it's not that hard to tell if you know who Lester is by playing story mode. And he actually has a line that says, "Hey, this is Lester, and then he goes on to say something else, but that's infamously what Lester says when he calls your GTA Online character, "Hey, this is Lester." So yeah, LJT's Lester is pretty much 100% confirmed. Strange mechanic. So everyone who played GTA Online before 2015, 2016 knows about the OG mechanic who used to physically drive your vehicle to you. Johnny on the spot. How I miss him. Hopefully he returns in GTA 6. But he used to deliver your car to you in GTA Online, and sometimes he would run off with your vehicle getting scared by something, or leave your vehicle 10 miles away. Now it just spawns right next to you, or still it sometimes spawns 10 miles away from you. Strange mechanic. Suit drivers. This refers to all the crazy NPCs, especially the planes in story mode, where you could constantly hear planes crashing randomly in story mode, most of the time happening when you are switching characters, but also when NPCs just drive off cliffs and bridges. There is a famous location in GTA 5 where if you park a bus right next to a drop off on the ramp on the highway, cars will just drive off it without any hesitation. The all-seeing eye. This is a kind of an Illuminati reference in GTA 5. Most notably at the Penrith building in GTA 5, there's a resemblance of an eye. Also at the observatory, the globe on top of the pillar casts a shadow perfectly where it creates an eye. At Franklin's house, you can see an eye in a picture frame. At Lester's house, he has multiple pictures and references to aliens, UFOs with eyes. And SecuroServe in GTA Online, their logo is a triangle with an eye. Ghost of Mount Gordo. At midnight on top of Mount Gordo, you can see Jock Cranley's wife, who Jock Cranley pushed off the mountain. And she has voice lines too. At the bottom of the mountain, you can hear her screaming, "Jock," and screaming for help. The nameless grave can be referred to all these graves that don't have names by accident or purposely, or they just got lazy and decided to not name any of these graves. Solo public sessions. Solo public sessions refers to GTA Online, where you would have to try to get solo public sessions by doing glitches or different kind of methods to get into public sessions by yourself to do businesses without people getting in jets and taking out your business goods. This isn't really a thing anymore because now you can go into invite-only sessions to do these, but before you would have to try different hard methods, and Rockstar used to patch these methods too because they didn't want people going into solo public sessions. But now that is not a thing anymore, thankfully. The dark net. This refers to GTA Online businesses that you run business through on the laptop. This is the dark net. SecuroServe runs off the dark net, so you could sell goods to people looking to buy certain stuff. Now this is just unsupported characters on PC. If it's Japanese or Russian, these will show up on the text box. Bigfoot. Bigfoot is actually in GTA 5, the first physical appearance in the whole GTA series. You can find Bigfoot in one of the secret missions with Trevor, and you can find him in mission last one after completing 100% in the game. And he is actually, you take off his mask, he's wearing an outfit. You can also play as Bigfoot in GTA Online and turn into Bigfoot by doing one of the secret peyote plants in GTA Online and story mode. Peyote plants. Peyote plants are 100 peyote plants that you find around the map in GTA 5 and secret events in GTA Online when they come up when Rockstar enables them. And some peyote plants are special. Some of them turn you into rare animals like Bigfoot. Level 3, going under. Tax evasion. This refers to GTA Online where you have fees for all your businesses and properties every 48 minutes, one in-game day. But if you run out of money, you won't be able to pay these. So then they could actually shut off your lights in your apartment, take away stuff on your yacht, your businesses will stop running, but there's ways to get around this, different methods to skip these fees. Closed money loop. This refers to different methods in GTA Online where you get closed money. And I've done this on my character before too, when you could just close your money, you could buy stuff without impacting how much money you have, aka a money glitch method. The Ladies of the Night refund. This refers to getting a good time from the ladies who stand on the street at night and then getting a refund in one way or another. Mile High Club. This is the infamous building in downtown Los Angeles right under the Maze Bank building that has been under construction, says opening soon, and it's still under construction 10 plus years later. Will this ever open? I don't think so. Racist cop. This refers to the old theory that cops are more rude to Franklin and that they will arrest him more, and anytime Franklin walks up to a cop, cops will go after him and he will get a wanted level. This has been debunked, but just an interesting theory. Are cops more racist? I won't put it past Rockstar to add this little detail. Lock-on reveals true threat. Now this one is kind of random. I think it's just referring to the lock-on revealing people off the radar and jets that's coming after you, but it can also refer to that only people who are not your friend can lock on to you. 30 in-game days to respin the wheel. This refers to the lucky wheel in the casino that you could only spin it truly only 30 after 30 in-game days. In real life, it's only one in-game day, but every in-game day in-game, how many times am I going to say game in this video? You can, 48 minutes is one in-game day. So after 30 days, you can respin the lucky wheel. Valet replacement. This also refers to the casino where many people just run over the valet. The valet really needs a raise. He's dealing with all these people running over him, taking him out. But every time you take him out, he will just respawn. So this theory is that the casino just replaces him every time he dies. Casino bribes police. If you have a wanted level, even if cops are staring at you, you can walk into the casino and lose your wanted level. Level 4, strange events. The Galaxy livery. This is a livery in GTA Online that is a galaxy and is a kind of rare livery. Some people say it was meant for testing and some people say it's just a livery they forgot to remove and it doesn't look good. But Rockstar actually gave one of these away for free with Avenger a few updates ago, so yeah, it's just a Galaxy livery that probably wasn't meant to be in the game, but they just kept it in anyways. Green and orange sky. This is referring to all the adversary modes that has an altered sky, usually green and orange. This is also true for the Halloween events recently where they changed the sky to make it more spooky for Halloween. Phasing. This refers to all the wall breach glitches in GTA 5 where you could phase through a wall and access areas you are not supposed to access. Invisible limbs. This is all those tryhards in GTA Online. You guys know who I'm talking about. All the tryhards who have invisible limbs. Sex change. This is a glitch in GTA Online where you could change your character's sex, which you are not supposed to do. Under the mask. The only real thing I could find on this is that your character sometimes removes their face textures when you are wearing a mask. So if you go into the free cam and look under your mask, your character might not have a face. Vault multitasker. This, I couldn't really find anything on this. The only thing I could think of is a glitch where you could change the vault context in the Diamond Casino heist to get better payouts for the heist. So that's really the only thing I could find on this. Checkerboard. Now this is another outfit glitch, usually with tryhards where they get checkerboard outfits, which is a default outfit. So checkerboard clothes technically have no texture to them. Blue nipples. This is referring to when you have a female character and you could take their top off in one way or another and they have blue nipple covers. Rockstar knew what they were doing. Rockstar knew how the player base is and they added that 100% on purpose. Heart attacks is a bug where you just instantly die. This could either be for a few reasons, whether it's just a random bug or you enter in a place that you're not supposed to be in, like under the map, you instantly die. Parallel universes. And this is a very strange theory that when you switch sessions in GTA Online, you go into a parallel universe because each session is playing out differently. There's different stuff going on, different car chases and everything else. Or this could also mean when you go from story mode into online, but that has since been debunked since story mode is actually canon. Because now story mode takes place before GTA Online and GTA Online takes place in present day. So that can't be a parallel universe anymore, but that was a good theory back before a few updates ago. Player's real voice. The GTA Online protagonist was actually going to be voiced, but for some reason this fell through, so that never happened obviously, but you can actually still hear grunts and screams from your online character. I don't know, this is just default voice lines each character has, but if you go into direct mode and when you fall down a big cliff, your character will scream. And when you are thrown off the casino, your character will also grunt and make a few screams. So just a little hint of what could have been. Phantom flies. These are just the little flies you can see flying around the map. Most notably in the wilderness on mountains, when you go enter first person, you will see fireflies, but they actually have no texture to them. They're just little lights that we think are flies because they are tiny. But yeah, phantom flies, they are not real flies. Level 5, end of civilization. Impossible interiors. These are interiors that should be impossible, like the casino after the Diamond Casino update. It was changed to fit the interior, but still, once you go inside, it still just does not fit what the exterior should look like. It's 3 times bigger on the inside than the outside, which it should hold. This is common with almost every interior in the game that once you go inside, it should not be possible. What she knew. Murder Mystery is a set of next-gen Xbox One and PS4 collectibles that can only be done by Michael. This mystery consists of finding 4 messages carved into concrete walls, followed by an investigation that gives you the special grain/LA Noire secret filter that you can only unlock by doing this. A good reference by Rockstar right here to one of their best past games. Message number 3 in the Oriental Theater in downtown says, "Ain't no mystery, they drowned her because of what she knew." And you could actually find her underwater. UFOs and aliens. UFOs and aliens are real in GTA 5 for the first time in the HD universe. In GTA 5, you can find 4 UFOs, one above Mount Chiliad, one above Fort Zancudo, and one above the hippie camp, which is a secret FIB UFO. Michael can also be abducted by aliens in this mission. You can also find a frozen alien under the ice in the prologue. Aliens 100% confirmed. No clickbait here on this channel. Panic in the Woods. This is a secret event where if you are in the woods away from any roads and NPCs, the world will become eerily quiet and you won't hear any noises or sounds, not even wildlife or vehicles. There's also a bug where this can happen on land or when you are standing on a highway where NPC vehicles just won't spawn at all and it will become super quiet. I had this happen to be a few times in GTA Online where vehicles just stop spawning anymore and it gets really creepy. Bleeding House. There is a secret house in where if you shoot at the windows, blood will splatter when you shoot at it. This could have been a cut murder mystery house or just a bug or even an Easter egg to a real life house in the Hollywood Hills. Red Arrows. This is still an ongoing investigation. This refers to a set of signs, red arrows and sandy shores. This is an unsolved mystery still, but the arrows do point to some mysterious locations like the abandoned motel and the water tower with a bunch of creepy alien symbols on it. Some say this is involving the Chiliad mystery, but all is confirmed so far of doing is pointing to some creepy locations. House of Harmony. This creepy house is located on a dirt trail in the town of Harmony. This house appears to be totally abandoned. No pedestrians or vehicles at all can be seen around the area. This house has a very sinister appearance to it. This house is home to many mysteries and myths and has been rumored to be very haunted. And in the Halloween 2023 event, a ghost can spawn in the window of this house. So yes, it is haunted. North. North is an unreachable place in every GTA game, and it can be shown by the N on the minimap. Again, this is a running theme in all GTA games as well. There will always be a north symbol on the minimap, so you can never reach it. What is at the end of North? For all of you guys who have been on YouTube for the OG days of GTA 4 even, you guys know what this mystery is. Tongva Triangle. Going back to Bermuda Triangle, the Tongva Triangle is a Tongva Valley Triangle where a lot of mysteries are home, including crashing planes, 2 Hoots Falls, which is supposed to be a very creepy location with a bunch of cults and the Illuminati, and aliens, and Wolfman, and just a bunch of other stuff. Sky Beasts. In the sky, you can see strange black clouds of smoke. I think this is what this iceberg is referring to, but I may be wrong, but this is the only one I can think of. These clouds of smoke have been in every version of GTA 5, and most likely, you haven't even noticed it. But Once you see it, it is very obvious, and they have never taken this out. So this is 100% intentional by Rockstar. Level 6, into the deep end. No fun allowed. This can be referring to the general game mechanics where you just can't have fun. You fall down 2 steps of stairs, you die. Try to steal a jet, you die. Want to buy a shirt in GTA Online? Cost $2.5 million. No fun allowed. Cause of death. If you say you haven't experienced this, you're lying. Thank you, Lester, for calling me when parachuting out of a plane. Griefer bias. Just because I use a jet and are better than you, doesn't mean I'm a griefer. Get good. I'm using what I can use to my advantage. Mind games. I couldn't find anything on mind games, but it could be referring to Rockstar making cars crash into you, which makes you mad, and then which makes you stop the game, making you not able to make as much money. Or this could be referring to something as story mode with Michael and the FIB or something. Women are an afterthought. This is referring to women in GTA Online being an afterthought with not as much clothing, or in story mode with not as much clothing, or just a general afterthought. But this isn't actually true. Maybe it's even the opposite, that men are afterthought. Women have way much more clothing, way much more unique clothing. They have new lines. If you compare at least the OG lines with male characters, female characters have more unique lines with, especially with Lamar. Lamar, man, what are you doing, Lamar? But yeah, women actually have more unique stuff than you might think. Paralysis. Ragdoll. That's all I have to say here. Abandoned missions. This could be one of 2 things. Missions that were cut from the game, but the characters still mentioned, like the cut heist where Trevor and Michael raid Martin Madrazo's ranch and are a couple. Or the fact that once you leave a mission in GTA 5, it's like it never ever happened before. They just end the mission and go back to your normal life. Bug fixes to avoid getting fired. This one is pretty random, but the theory is that some Rockstar developers make bugs just so they can fix them and act like they're doing something. I think this is pretty fake, not really that realistic, but, you know, in real life, do I see this happening? Maybe I could see this happening in real life, where just make a few bugs, just have something to do on workday. I could 100% see this, because Rockstar developers, at the end of the day, they're still people. But no, probably like 15% true on this one. Level 7, far, far away. Extinct wildlife. Wildlife does not appear in GTA Online. Well, at least that was before they added them in the last update, but before this, they didn't appear in GTA Online. And before this too, GTA Online does still take place in present day, so that would mean animals were a thing in story mode, but not in story mode 2013, but not in 2021 GTA Online. But again, this has since been debunked, unless wildlife was extinct and they randomly came back one day. We ruined the economy with MC counterfeit cash. This one is pretty self-explanatory and very realistic. In 2016, they released the Biker DLC with all these businesses and MC counterfeit cash. And 2016, I would say, is where prices really took off. You really see a huge difference, especially in the import-export DLC, where prices just took off. Compare the $15,000 Sanchez, which is still one of the fastest bikes in the game, but ever since a few years ago, it was #1 in the off-roads category. Now they released one of the new off-road bikes for, what, $500,000, and it barely beats the Sanchez. So yeah, we might have ruined the economy. I could see this 99% true, 100% true. GTA lore, we got some new GTA lore dropping, guys. Omega and Truth. This is referring to Omega from GTA 5 and the Truth from GTA San Andreas. These 2 characters are very similar. They're very trippy characters. Omega, Truth, they both believe aliens. They both are kind of hippie. They like to smoke the good stuff, for YouTube terms, I should say. And yeah, Omega, at the end of the GTA game, he says, "See you on the other side, brother." So maybe we get a third Omega Truth in GTA 6. I can see this 100% being a thing. Omega returning. I can see this happening. And Omega was right about all the crazy stuff he said. Aliens do exist. San Andreas is exclusion zone. Now, we all know GTA maps, they take place on an island. We are surrounded by water. We can't go outside of it. Even breaking the game to go outside of it, nothing's outside of it. It's still endless water. So if you try to go out of it, your car will blow up, your car will stall, you cannot leave, you can't go high enough to get out of the bounds. This we are stuck in San Andreas, and some people might say maybe the government did this on purpose to keep all the crazy people here with all this crime and stuff. Or a second theory is that it could be from the major flood, which we will touch on in 4 more of these. I find ARG. I couldn't really find too much on this. All I could think of is that there's some really creepy stuff you can find on the website in GTA 5. I find ARG. You have the cult websites, you have some dating websites, you have all of these crazy websites. That's the only thing I can really think of for this. Baphomet. Now this is really creepy, guy. I don't even know if I want to put this in video, but this is a satanic symbol you can find in real life. This is a satanic symbol in real life that you can find in the LMOC in the waves. Shout out to whoever found this. I don't know how they found it. They must have did some digging in the code, because I don't know how you just wander upon this. But yeah, in the middle of the LMOC, just below this really creepy camp, actually, and right below Mount Chiliad, which has a major mystery, you can see the Baphomet satanic symbol in the water when these waves appear. It's the goat face in these waves, and this is connected to the all-seeing eye or the Epsilon cult, maybe even the Goatman myth, but it's just very creepy. Maybe someone who at Rockstar added this intentionally. Just big mystery here, very random, but also very creepy. Single player isn't canon. This must mean that everything that happens in single player isn't canon because it's not mentioned in GTA Online, but let me bust this myth for you all. Since the Casino DLC, I think it is, GTA Online takes place in present day, and there are many references to GTA 5 story mode in GTA Online now. The Moon Theory / the Big Flood. This one is referring to the big flood that made us all stuck on an island. Now, this is actually confirmed to have happened in GTA 5. On the website, you could go and find stories of a major tsunami that hit Los Santos and San Andreas. And maybe we are just stuck on what was the whole state of San Andreas because of the big flood. We cannot escape it because we are the only ones left after the tsunami. It's a very secret, small detail that would take hours to find on your own, but maybe this is just Rockstar's own lore they added to make up for just setting us on an island, because in Red Dead Redemption, we're not on an island. In LA Noire or Midnight Club, we're not on an island, only in GTA. Also, the way the moon is connected is that in older GTA games, you shoot at the moon, and water is affected by the moon in real life, so maybe from us shooting at the moon all those GTA games ago, we caused this big flood in Los Santos. That is this theory, and yeah, I could say 99% true for this one too. Avon 1, one of the trippiest series of missions in GTA Online, the Doomsday Heist DLC. With Avon Hertz, the Elon Musk wannabe, this was a very creepy set of missions, and the theory is that Avon actually won. There is an alternate universe where Avon won, or he secretly won, and that is why we have all of this technology in GTA Online these days, because he won and he is still somewhere creating this technology, creating these electric vehicles. Not much to back this theory up, but just a little theory, what if he did win? Number station and radio interruptions. This is a mystery involving the radio stations, which transmit just static and some creepy numbers in the background. When traveling from Los Santos to Blaine County on some of the radio stations, it will slowly transit to the Blaine County radio station. Usually it's Rebel Radio when listening to, well, the Mirror Park station, I believe it is. And you will hear static start to kick in, and then it'll just change the station. And on Mount Gordo, there's another numbers station that plays when you are at certain areas on the mountain. So again, something is going on with Blaine County Radio, and it's not just Ron's crazy talk shows. It's actually something maybe paranormal. Lester is a clone. Online's Lester is a clone. Now this is referring to GTA Online's Lester being a clone. There are some very small differences. In some cutscenes, Lester doesn't use his cane. And in the Diamond Casino Heist DLC, Lester was he got a girl in that DLC. I don't know if you guys remember this, but there was a whole storyline with him trying to get with this girl in that DLC. It was very random, very weird. I kind of loved it, to be honest, but yeah, Online's Lester is a clone. I can see this being true, but that's all it really is that Online's Lester is a little bit weirder than story mode. But again, you gotta remember, GTA Online was originally taking place before the story mode. Now it's kind of opposite, but before, that's probably why Lester had some, maybe he seemed a bit younger and had some differences, because none of that stuff happened yet. And probably what most of you were looking for, it probably might even be the fastest one. Level 8, Unreachable Depths. Clouds that explode and disappear. This one is pretty simple. When you are in the cloud switching sessions in GTA Online or join GTA Online, sometimes you hear exploding clouds. You are in the clouds and you hear exploding sounds. And sometimes clouds just disappear out of nowhere. Sometimes the weather changes. All of this can be explained with one simple thing: GTA Online sessions changing. It's that simple. You go from story mode where it's sunny to GTA Online where it's night. And sometimes you do hear exploding sounds. Some of the times it's fake. Sometimes it's not happening in the actual server. Sometimes you'll be loading into a solo session and you will hear those sounds. It's just something that you can't be explained. We don't know why it happens. I could kind of say the clouds disappearing and the weather changing is just changing sessions, obviously. But I don't know about the exploding sounds. That's kind of random. Then we move to Seizure Skies. This is kind of the same, where it's just a kind of a bug where the skies glitch out. I couldn't actually find gameplay on this. I don't know if I was typing the wrong stuff, but this is basically where the clouds go crazy. The sky changes colors, does some weird stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Rockstar sells mod menus. Now, this is a little theory that Rockstar sells the mod menus. You see what I have downloaded myself for GTA Online, so they could get players to either spend more money or just play their game more, because most likely those who do have mod menus play the game more than people who don't. Unless you're a money grinder, of course. But this theory is that they sell you mod menus so you play the game more. That's really simple, and that's it. Now, a lot of these mod menus do bad stuff and harmful stuff to the community, so I don't think they would be selling these mod menus that have potentially harmful stuff built into it, but this is a very creative theory, whoever made this up. DDoS. Now, this is, again, relating to mod menus that people can just find out where you live, find out who your internet provider is, find out really way too much stuff you should be able to, because the sessions are player-based, which means every player uploads their internet service providers, their info into Rockstar server so Rockstar can use it to make you online. And it's really outdated, but Rockstar still has not changed it. Even on the expanded and enhanced, they have not changed it. Will they ever change it? I don't think so. But very outdated. Another mod menu topic: mod menu scam. So these are all the mod menus you see online that are scams, either fake or real, but they are using your info, putting some viruses on your computer, which this is a real thing. Everyone be careful out there. There are a lot of legit websites you could go research yourself, but there are also a lot of scam websites. Garage money glitch was intentional. Now, around 2019, 2020, there was this massive garage glitch. I did it myself. I got billions doing this one method, and people have not seemed to get banned by doing this, and it stayed up forever. Rockstar never really took it down. It took them, I think, weeks to take it down, which usually they're on top of this stuff, right? But it took them weeks to take down this one garage money glitch method. Of course, there was low patches which people found ways around. So this theory is that Rockstar did this on purpose so people would play the game, because obviously you have to spend time doing this. You have to spend time getting the cars, doing the upgrades, grinding out for that vehicle if you didn't have it already, and then doing the money method. You had to buy the CEO office garages, you have to buy these vehicles, you have to spend time doing this, preparing for this money glitch, and then you get paid for it, of course. But could have this been intentional from Rockstar? Or maybe one of the developers put this in for the people. They put this in for us to profit off of. They know how hard it is to grind for money in GTA Online, and they put this in here on purpose. I don't think Rockstar does this to their own games. Maybe a rogue employee might, but I don't know about this theory. But if you guys did this yourself, you know how crazy this was. People got rich off of this, never have to grind again in the game. K server meets. Now I have to blur this out for YouTube. This is a real thing that went on a few years ago. The K white supremacist group had GTA Online clients, servers, and they used to go into lobbies and just cause chaos, or not really cause chaos, but invite only sessions and meet up together in this crew. And it was actually 100% serious. Rockstar took some of these crews down. Even if they were serious or not serious, this was a real thing that happened. And there's ways to dress up as them too. Now, this part is probably fake. If there was real KKK meetings, I don't think they would dress up as the part. but Rockstar did take some down with role players playing as this crew in GTA Online, where you get the dunce cap, you get all the white outfit, the whole thing, and cause chaos in GTA Online. But yeah, this was 100% a real thing. Some fake too, but 100% real also. Don't report. We all know GTA Online has a report button, which does nothing at all. I'm certain this report button is just visual. It doesn't do anything at all. So if you are on PC, reporting could cause your PC to crash, shut down, wipe your whole PC clean. This is a real thing. Here is a screenshot directly from someone on the subreddit. Once I reported someone I was playing with on PC, and he said in chat, "Oh, you think that little report is going to do something?" And his game crashed moments after. So people on PC, if they are modders, can see when you report them. And that could cause you to potentially be banned from the modder, of course. Crash your game, crash your whole PC, maybe put a virus on your PC, because remember, it's player based, so they can really do whatever they want to you if they have the resources to do so. So the report button in game is useless basically on PC, but also on console doesn't really do anything. You always see people reporting people. You have people on Xbox messaging each other to report this one person in the session who's glitching or cheating or just being griefing, and nothing ever happens. So this report button, I'm 100% certain it is just visual. Rockstar added this thinking, hey, let's trick the community. Make them think reporting actually does something, when no, it doesn't do anything at all, and I don't think I've used this in a good 10 years of playing this game. And the final one, they know where you live. What does this refer? Does Rockstar know where I live? Again, it's player base. Rockstar knows where I live, and players can potentially know where you live. We found out from Michael, Ned Luke, in his stream, he got DDoSed and was raided at his own house by the police because of someone in a GTA Online session. So people on PC can possibly know where you live. And Rockstar probably 100% knows where you live, to be honest, because they have all the info you give them. So GTA Online on PC, I just won't even touch it, to be honest. Use a VPN, use whatever. Download mods if you have to keep yourself safe on PC. This took days of research, days of getting the gameplay, researching into what these are. This was the ultimate GTA 5 Iceberg. If you guys enjoyed, hopefully you did. Like the video if you got this far, and subscribe to see whatever video I make next.